What's up YouTube, Mambuna Marcus here. As you can see, there's another styrofoam box sitting in front of the video camera, and obviously that indicates that I've been out and about and I picked up a few new fish. The fish I picked up today are African cichlids, peacocks and haps, and these obviously are for the intent to grow out and possibly put into my show aquarium down the road. So this unboxing is not going to be as elaborate as some of the others. I picked up 3 different species, and I'll show you what I picked up. So as you can see from the first bag, I picked up what they call some OB Fryeri. They're just listed as OB Peacocks, but these fish have become a little more popular, or how can I say, a little less uncommon over the last couple years. And clearly you can tell by the way the body shape is and the coloration, there's a good chance that these were a cross between a Fryeri hap and an OB peacock. So obviously combining the two, you get this beautiful OB coloration and body shape, and they're fairly unique. Iceberg, haps or Fryeri are typically, very iridescent blue. So, in combination with the white, I find that these are a real nice showstopper type fish. So my tank doesn't have this color combo, so I figured, they would be a real nice pickup. Second bag, I picked up some of these in one of my last unboxing videos, I think a couple videos ago, and they're just again what you call basically your red shoulder peacock. Actually, let me flip the bag around. Your red shoulder peacock, or your German red, your Reuben red. This fish has a lot of different common names. Many people believe that these fish are hybrids, but they're not. The original lines, like the German red lines, the rubescence lines, they were basically line bred from Alonocara Stuart Grani, I believe Chipoka Island. So nowadays, I know this batch of peacocks and haps came from Asia. So to determine exactly what lineage these ones are from is difficult. To say that they're perfectly line bred sunshine peacocks, from the origin of Chipoka, I think I think there's a very good chance that they're not anymore. I personally believe that these are hybrid peacocks now, because again, even though they show similar characteristics to some of the originals, there's certain differences in body shape and a few other things. So again, I could be wrong. Maybe they are from the line bred lineage, but like I said, there are certain things that indicate about this, or indicate this fish to me that it's not. So again, beautiful fish. The males that you see in here will develop a really nice deep red banding around the head and around the shoulders, and again, the better quality type male will develop a lot of red throughout the body. So again, I'll see how these guys turn out, and obviously my intent is to keep the best looking male, and I'll probably sell off a couple of the others. Last one I have, just a couple common Borelyi peacocks, haps. It's hard to see. Again, a very common fish, but again, obviously these ones came from Asia. So because they came from Asia, again, indicating exactly what lineage they're from is practically impossible. The ones that you see in many of the stores are from the Cadango lines. Some, you'll see from, I think, Mara Rocks. And honestly, when I look at these two, I believe that they're almost a cross between the two locations. So the reason why I picked them up is obviously, as you can see, they're showing good color, but the males had extremely long pelvic or ventral fins, which to me were very attractive. So, I'm going to see how these guys turn out, and second part of the video, I'll show you guys how they all settled in. So here's the crew. It's been a few days after the purchase. I wanted to kind of make sure these guys settled in fairly well before I did the update. The OB Fryeri, as you can see, are doing quite well, but a couple of them were very tight. The fins seemed locked, but one good sign was that they had a very good appetite right after I put them into the tank. A lot of times when a fish has a good appetite, it can kind of pull itself through, you know. It's when a fish is, you know, very listless and non-responsive. You know, when a fish starts acting like that, you know, they're almost 90% of the time a goner. So even though a couple of them, you know, may have been a little subject to some, you know, stress, probably from being shipped into Canada, and then obviously with me purchasing them shortly afterwards, you know, it can cause a lot of stress, and sometimes the stress itself is not present at the time you purchase the fish. You know, sometimes the symptoms can start showing up a few days after the fact. But again, like I said, they all had a very good appetite, and obviously they pulled through. And as you can see, they look really, really good. I'm very happy with this purchase, and I imagine that they'll grow pretty quickly. You can see here's the redfin Borelyi. I did have two. The other one did not make it. As you can see, obviously this is the reason why I purchased them. It's a beautiful fish. Again, talking about the listlessness, the other male Borelyi, he was just non-responsive. You know, I'd feed the tank, he wouldn't eat. I ended up taking him out. I separated him in another quarantine tank, but he passed away. So it's unfortunate, but it does happen. And that's when, you know, you have to be thankful for having a quarantine aquarium, because sometimes, you know, they'll bring a bug with them into the tank, and you never want to, you know, purchase a new fish and throw them into an established aquarium just hoping that, you know, they're healthy enough and that your other fish will not catch anything. So, you know, one's better than none. But the one male that, you know, did pull through is looking really, really nice, and I'm happy with him. Here's the red shoulders, or, you know, kind of your German red peacock. They're settling in okay. They're a little more passive than the other varieties of cichlids in the tank, but they're doing well. You know, they're kind of huddled up at the corner, but that's also just because I just gave the tank a good feeding. So I noticed that, you know, a lot of these fish were underfed, and a lot of times that's what happens before they ship these fish out. They don't want them to produce too much ammonia in the bags, you know, especially for a long trip. So they'll kind of underfeed the fish, usually, you know, 2 to 3 days before sending them out. So it's just a matter of getting them to eat and making sure that they settle in okay. So other than that, as you can see, you know, they're 3 nice looking males, and I'm pretty sure that they'll settle in nicely. So that's that, and I will keep you guys posted in the future as these guys grow up and mature, and thanks for watching.